When they say he's your knife and he's your bandit, it's a real thing. Watch this video and I'll come back with my 2 cents.
Here's what's unfortunate though. Men could have everything that they've desired. We say we want the woman who, takes care of the house, takes care of you, rubs your back, goes out and supports all the stuff that you got going on. They actually going to work, bringing in money. Maybe they're managing the house. So we want that. But then we see something visually that's different than the thing that we got. Now, this is 90% of what we want, 80% of what we want. But then we'll go find that 20% and we'll throw away the whole marriage, whole everything for that thing that we saw. And that thing you got, it's never, ever, ever typically what you really want. It's something that's like the grass is greener type thing, which is unfortunate. So we say we want this what's best for us, what we really, really want.
So this dentist makes really good money. He is great with his kids. They've been married till her passing for over 20 years. This is why I always say when you see the patterns, don't act like you don't see it. He's your knife and he's your bandit at the same time. This man, right in full view, when you watch the full view, I watch a documentary of their whole story. And when I say he'll be kissing on her, they have the most loving relationship, loving marriage to the outside world. He portrays it. He's that type of narcissistic, entitled type of husband who shows the show well. It's like to call it community narcissist. So to do all the charity work, they are kind. They seem empathetic to the outside world. They make money. They might have businesses. They might be up top of their career or company, CEO type shit. Okay, this man was on Seeking, I think it's called Seeking.com, where you get sugar babies, sugar, women. So she found a couple women there. He's been cheating and cheating and cheating. And this woman knew that he was cheating. He's been cheating multiple times and she's very much aware of it. That's the thing. A lot of women will stay and say, oh, I'm staying for the kids. You were staying for the kids, but you are running your life down the line. A lot of these men literally don't love the way women love. They're not raised and they're embedded, enmeshed, submerged into misogyny, and they're ruled by patriarchy and they're ruled by impulse. They don't care about you. After a while, especially when you start seeing patterns or changing and switching up, you have to have agency enough to be like, okay, this is going to be painful, but embrace it and see what else could be on the outside of it, because the other side of it will be you getting a chronic illness like Alzheimer's, dementia, cancer, fibromyalgia, arthritis, autoimmune disorders, blah, 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 lupus can happen because your nervous system constantly dysregulated. You're constantly in fight or fight mode. Your inflammatory markers are always high. Okay. This man is kissing this woman on camera, the camera in their kitchen, when you see the kitchen. Meanwhile, comes back and prepares smoothies for her and puts poison, all different types of poison, plethora of poison, and will still kiss her. This woman kind of had an inkling that this man was doing her bad, but I was confronting her because you can see the confrontation on camera. Not like a confrontation, she was like questioning him, like, I sense that you're not advocating for me. I sense that you advocate for your patients and blah, blah, blah. But you don't seem to advocate for me when I go to the hospital. She's been going to the hospital multiple times. She's been throwing up. Meanwhile, the same man was the one poisoning her with different plethora of poisons, including eye drops. And I literally wanted to cry. But these are the things that we do. And this is why my book is titled, Being Afraid and Freaking Doing It Anyway. Leave. Were you being shown as a pattern that you, as a woman, had to be a good woman, a good wife? You had to portray yourself. You had to preserve his image. Is he preserving your image? And this, don't get it wrong, there are many people who have the marriage. They post it on social. I'm not saying all of them, but there's majority. And it's just a face. It's just a facade to cover up for the pain, anguish, being dismissed, disregarded, not being honored. Some will maybe not honor you by posting a picture of you. A lot of these women will follow this married man because they know those married men are stable financially, have a stable home, and many of them don't care. This particular woman that he met on seekme.com said she was a single mom who was struggling and she was there to find a sugar daddy. And then the guy took it further and was trying to unalive the wife so he can be with her. But in the meantime, while he's talking to her, he's talking and I think many other women because he has money. Instead of using that money on his family, on his kids, on the home of this wife who he's intentionally trying to unalive so he can go on to live his life of cheating, of being impulsive, of just doing as he pleases, of not caring, of not being kind, of bringing her UTI, BV, STDs, STIs, and headache, and not sleeping well at night, weight gain, when I say I was flabbergasted, went into the hospital and delivered the last blow by putting cyanide right into her IV and came out to be like, you guys need, and the nurses said, you guys need to check on her because she said her IV side is hurting or whatever. As somebody who has worked in the ICU for a long time, I know right away, heart rate is dropping, blood pressure is dropping, the code is called, you can see in the camera. This guy came to the hospital to deliver the last blow, and the nurses, you can see the crash cart being pulled, they're all running, and that was it. She didn't make it. Her kids were beside themselves, lost this loving center of their life, trying her best to just keep this family together. You can keep your family together, but not in the presence of that, what do I call it? That demon. There are men who are not raised to be family oriented, to be kind, empathetic, and fair. Like you cannot want to have the marriage anymore, but how about divorce? You rather unalive her to preserve an image or not to pay child support or alimony for that sake. A lot of these men out here, after a while of being married, they get tired. They want a new thing, just like they want a new hobby. They will start trying to get other women or get other women. And instead of divorcing you, they will want to get rid of you one or the other. There are some who might even hire a hitman. And if they hire a hitman, they'll hire a hitman to hit you here. It's a psychological warfare. You might think the warfare is some person in your village somewhere. It's not. It's the person that you're lying right next door to. Do you know how many women I've seen struggle and continue to struggle and put on a facade just to say that they are in a marriage? Check out that story. He's your knife and he's your band-aid at the same time. I'm telling you right now. Sleep with one eye open. I love you so much. Bye.